Pause for a moment and listen carefully. Before you chase another opportunity, before you knock on another door hoping it will finally open, I want you to hear what I've been whispering to your heart all along. You've spent so much time standing before doors you believed would change your life. Some were marked with success. Others promised acceptance, security, or recognition. You stretched out your hand, prayed harder, worked longer, and wondered why they remained closed. You began to believe silence meant rejection, and waiting meant I have forgotten you. But that has never been the truth. There is a door I have prepared for you that no disappointment can lock, no failure can seal, and no human being can take away. It was established long before your fears ever appeared, long before you questioned your worth. I had already made a way for you to come near to me, so do not rush through this moment. Stay here with me for just a little while. There is no need to impress me. You do not need carefully chosen words or perfect prayers. I already know every thought that has crossed your mind. I know every tear you wiped away before anyone noticed. I understand every silent battle you have fought without telling another soul. You have often imagined that my presence belongs only to those who seem stronger than you, wiser than you, or more faithful than you. Somewhere along your journey, you accepted a lie that closeness with me must be earned. That burden was never mine for you to carry. You have looked at your unfinished life and assumed you should return only after everything had been repaired. You wanted your habits fixed, your fears gone, your heart stronger, and your faith steadier before you stepped into my presence. Yet I have never asked for a perfected version of you. I have always invited the real you, the one who feels weary, the one carrying unanswered questions, the one who smiles in public while quietly struggling inside, the one who wonders whether anyone truly understands. That is a child I call by name. I have watched you whisper hurried prayers between responsibilities. I have heard you speak to me while driving to work, while washing dishes, while lying awake late at night, when sleep would not come. Every one of those moments mattered to me because every sincere word reached my heart before it ever left your lips. Still, I desire something more than rushed conversations. I long for your attention, not because I need it, but because you need the peace that only my presence can give. The world competes for every moment of your day. Notifications interrupt your thoughts. Schedules crowd your calendar. Endless demands leave your soul exhausted before the day is over. Yet I am not asking you to carry another burden. I am inviting you into rest. Even one quiet minute spent with me can begin changing what constant activity never could. You may believe I stand behind a locked door waiting to evaluate whether you deserve another chance. But that picture has never reflected my heart. I am not a distant ruler keeping appointments with only the most qualified. I am your loving Father. While you worried about whether you could enter, I have been waiting for you to simply come close. I know the disappointments that convinced you I was absent. I know the prayers that seemed unanswered. I know the dreams that ended differently than you expected. But my silence has never met my absence. Sometimes I was protecting what you could not yet see. Sometimes I was preparing what you were not yet ready to receive. Sometimes I was teaching your heart to trust my timing instead of your fears. Even now, I have not moved away from you. I remain closer than your next breath. Perhaps today you feel unworthy because of mistakes you cannot undo. Perhaps regret has whispered that too much time has passed. Perhaps you think you have drifted too far for me to return. Listen carefully. There is no distance so great that my love cannot cross it. No failure has erased your name from my heart. No season of wandering has canceled my invitation. You do not need to arrive carrying impressive achievements or convincing explanations. Bring me your honest heart. Bring me your questions. Bring me your weakness. Bring me your ordinary day. That is enough. When you come to me with sincerity, you are not interrupting my plans. You are stepping into them. I never asked you to become perfect before seeking my presence. I only asked you to come. So release the fear that has kept your hand frozen on the door. Stop believing that acceptance depends on flawless performance. Stop measuring my love by how quickly circumstances change. I loved you before your greatest victory. I loved you during your deepest failure. And I will continue loving you long after today's struggles have become yesterday's memories. My invitation has never changed. Come near. Stay with me. Let your heart rest. The door you feared was locked has been open far longer than you realized. All that remains is for you to trust my voice and take one faithful step forward. Have you noticed the door in front of you begin to give just slightly under the weight of your own hand? Not the door marked achievement. Not the door everyone else around you seems to be walking through already. Not the one you've been trying to force with a stronger prayer or a longer list of reasons I should finally let you in. I am asking you for a minute alone right now before you reach for that handle again. Before this message is over, I want to show you why the quiet on the other side felt like rejection instead of what it actually was. My word already settled it before either of us said a word today. There is an entrance set in front of you that no one, not the wear of a hard week, not the guilt of how long you stayed away, is able to shut. Stay a moment. Music. There is no rush inside this room. Stop here for a second. Just here. No performance. No apology. No rehearse line. Only you, the door, and me already leaning from the other side. This is not only about a door with hinges. It is about every kind of barrier you have quietly assumed stands between us. A gate you think requires the right password. A window you assume stays shuttered unless you have earned the light. A lock you imagine only the deserving get to turn. None of that language was ever really about hardware. It was about you deciding long before you ever met me that closeness has to be earned in advance. I see the hand you keep resting on that handle without turning it, not because you do not want in. Some part of you decided long ago that the